Well, this is a little bonus Fleabay edition. Normally I only do these over the weekend type of thing. With every once in a while I'll do one, or try and make up one if I've missed a weekend or something like that. But after I uploaded my last video today, I just happened to be looking through, and I see a whole bunch of stuff listed and a whole bunch of stupid shit listed. So I've got a little bit of irritation going on, and I thought we'd call out some dope smokers here. So we got a whole bunch of stuff listed, not a whole bunch, but there's some stuff listed from guys that are parting out machines. Now there is one machine that we'll look at here that's complete and being sold, which is the way all of these machines should be being sold. As far as I'm concerned, these idiots that are parting out these machines are destroying history. Once these basic machines are gone, and there are only so many of them in the world, there's a lot of them still floating around, but there's a lot of them that are being parted out like this, and that's destroying history. That, as far as I'm concerned, that's about the same thing as tearing down a statue and trying to erase our history. So this really pisses me off. So just so everybody's clear, if any of these sellers are watching this, my intention is to drive the market down so low that it's not profitable for you to tear these apart. And that's the only way we're going to save some of these machines, if we just make it to where it's not profitable for you to be tearing down history, you idiots. So first thing we're looking at, and I'm not going to go in and look too much, we'll give big pictures. I've kind of glanced at these, but I'm not going to spend a tremendous amount of time just picking them apart. Right off the bat here, we've got vintage Atlas 7B shaper, metal shaper base, S7-2A, pre-owned, $199.99 with as buy it now and free shipping. Well, no. This is worth 75 bucks in your door. And I would normally say it's worth 100 bucks in your door. It's worth 50 bucks and 50 bucks shipping. But since I'm irritated, I'm saying it's only worth 75 bucks in your door. So 50 bucks is what the casting's worth, and then shipping to get it in, as far as I'm concerned. And if you go in and look at this listing, he's got two of these available. So, and this is a seller that's been parting out these machines. So he's got at least two of these that he's torn down. So yeah, 50 bucks and shipping. That's all it's worth. And 50 bucks for shipping is probably not out of line for something. This is a fairly heavy casting. But the idea is, these guys think these are worth a lot of money. They're not worth a lot of money. They parted out everything that they could sell for big bucks and ship economically. They're stuck with the major castings. And it doesn't matter if it's a base casting for the shaper. It doesn't matter if it's a base casting for the mill. Lathe beds are another one. They're selling off the crap that they couldn't get rid of. So, the castings, main castings for the shaper, the knees, the rams, that kind of stuff, those are the stuff that you don't need even if you are repairing your machine. So leave these sellers stuck with the crap that they can't sell, or make them so dirt cheap. This is a fairly big casting. None of these major castings like this are worth more than 50 bucks. That's all they're worth. Now, there's going to be some exceptions to that, maybe on things like the tables for the milling machine, because those do get damaged occasionally. And there's one that some fool's selling off here that's all a rusted piece of crap, and we'll get to that. But anyway, main castings for all of this stuff, ram castings for the shapers, heads for the mills, main columns for the mills, they're worth 50 bucks. 50 bucks is all they're worth. Don't give these fools any more than that. So that's the main part of my rant right there. You go on down, same seller's got the spiral gear for that shaper, and he's got the knee lift and screw and all that stuff. So that's what he's done, is he's parted this out. He's got some of the bigger parts, well, not bigger parts, but the ram shaft with gears for 50 bucks. And in and of itself, some of these prices aren't too bad, but most of these moving parts, if there's something that's commonly wore out, they're wore out here too. They're going to tell you they're in excellent condition and great shape. That's BS. So anyway, vintage Atlas 7B metal shaper clip. This is the clip that holds and I'll throw the picture up here. This is a clip that holds the large guard closed on the thing. It wants 24 bucks. This is a $10 clip. It's a stamped steel clip. You can build something that will be just as functional in your shop for nothing. So, and then we're back down to the same stuff that he was parting out that I've already talked about over the weekend. So there's shapers, Atlas Mills. New listings here. This is from a guy he's got some feedback. He's not known, and he's got several. He's got about 3 parts listed here. Atlas Milling Machine Cross Slide Casting M1-5 pre-owned, and these are at bids. $45 for best offer and $30 to ship it. Well, this particular cross slide casting will fit in a small flat rate box for $8. You know, even if it goes into a medium flat rate box, that's only about 18, I think. So, right below it, he's got a horizontal milling machine M1-4 table pre-owned. He's got a couple of pictures on each of these, but nothing that really nothing that really shows you actual condition, although you can get a pretty good idea what they are just by looking at the big pictures here. Atlas horizontal milling machine M1-4 table pre-owned, $35 with no bids yet. None of these have got bids yet, or best offer, and $39.84 shipping. $39.84 shipping is probably not too far out of line. $35 is all this table's worth. That's got a big hunk out of it. That's all of these parts are just rusted to crap. This is junk. This is literally junk. This table itself is only worth $35. It's not worth any more than that. Right below it, he's got the milling machine knee, $135, 0 bids or best offer, and $29.80 shipping. Well, no, it's a main casting. It's worth $50. That's all it's worth, $50. Leave these guys stuck with their junk. You go on down, and I think okay. Here's a Atlas MF milling machine M1-1A body housing. This is the main column. Wants $149.99 and $130.71 shipping. No, $50. $50 and $50 shipping. All it's worth. Don't give any more than that. Cross slide screw and hand wheel. I imagine it's, from looking at the background, it's the same seller. So he wants $80 and $22 shipping. Nope, $50. Okay, now there is a mill here, and it's got 1 bid already. It was newly listed this morning. Atlas horizontal mill with vise, vertical milling attachment and cutters, pre-owned, $1,500 with. It's got 1 bid and $93.18 shipping. This one, it's got the vertical head. Now it doesn't have the guard for the head, and we'll just look at the big pictures here. And this guy's got very low feedback, so he's not actively selling or parting out machine tools. So, I'm not going to dink him on that. So, what's the description say here? Atlas horizontal mill with vise, vertical milling attachment, and cutters. That's all it says. So, you look at the pictures and you kind of, make your own decisions about these. So, it's got the proper vise on it. It looks to be complete. It doesn't have the overarm guard, the one that I'm working on castings for right now, and it was set up for it because we can see the extra lock knob up at the top, right up in this area right here. See, there's two of them. The front and the rear one on top hold the overarm support, and this one holds the stud for the overarm guard. Now this is a different, it's painted up different, so this is probably not the original end for the overarm support. Let's see, there was a couple other things I noticed about this. Now it's got a paint job on it, which is kind of a poor paint job, but nonetheless, there it is from the front. Got a handle. This has all been painted to match, so it's all other than the overarm support casting there. It does have 2 kickouts. Usually you'll only see 1 kickout because you usually only run them one way when you're machining something, and it'll kick out. And I believe these are the 2 different styles, or 2 of the different styles of kickouts. They made 2 different kickouts depending on when the machine was built and how they were set up. So there was 2 different styles of kickouts. They were just built a little bit differently. And this looks to have 1 of each of those styles of kickouts on them, which neither here nor there. I can't tell if that's got the knob or not. I think this was a fairly low serial numbered mill. Yeah, 3693. That's not the proper screw there holding that on, so this switch is probably, or at least the switch cover's been replaced, something like that. This is early enough that the hinge is, this portion of the hinge is cast into the casting of the head. You know, the later ones that we see were screwed on. So that I think was probably changed on. This has got a vertical head with it. You know, would have been the would have been the Marvin head with it. A few cutters, which, you know, neither here nor there. They're going to be probably well used and abused. Now I'm not sure everything that's here is actually for a mill. This to me looks like a lathe cross slide stop, threading stop for it. Got a couple of fly cutters here and stuff, but this in particular doesn't really look to be. And this is a spindle probably out of a mill, so who knows really what's been done. You know, I don't know that we know everything we really would like to know about this mill, but anyway, I would speculate it will probably go for, well, the way stupid people are, it'll go for a fair amount beyond that. But $1,500–$1,600, the way the market is this day and age, that's probably not too far out of line. So pays you money, takes your chances. You know, there you go. So, but that's the only thing I see as far as complete machines there, and stuff down below there we've already looked at. Now, if we go to lathes, now here's another one, new listing, excellent original Atlas Craftsman 10-12-inch lathe, apron, tailstock, hand wheel, 9-23, $37.50. This was listed last week. We looked at this one and nobody bought this excellent one, and it's in good shape. You know, I mean, it's a good hand wheel, and it's probably not too far out of line price wise, but you know, it wasn't, you know, it's been relisted again, so good. Have to relist them 8 or 10 times. Now there's some things here, and I had said this before, some of this stuff is from a seller that I bought from in the past, has done pretty decent on price. Now for whatever reason his prices are completely out of line. They're just way out of line. Excellent original Atlas Craftsman 618 Mark II lathe tailstock screw and ram M6-8, $89.95. No, the whole tailstock assembly is only worth $100. That's all a complete tailstock assembly, and I'd say that they're realistically only worth about 75 or 80. So way out of line. Right below it, he's got excellent. All of this stuff is excellent. Atlas Craftsman 610-12 lathe tailstock lock, sleeve, and bolt M644 M6-45. This is the same lock, aluminum locks, or Zamac was what they originally were. And I'm not going in and looking at these, but we'll throw up the pictures of just the thumbnails. This is the lock assembly that fits the tailstocks of everything. The milling machine holds the overarm support in place, locks the overarm support with an extra spacer on there. But and those are ones that I sell the complete assemblies for, reproductions out of aluminum for, I think they're about, what, $15–$20, something like that. They're way less than half of they want now. I'm not including the bolt. I haven't put bolts in stock yet, but it's got the two main components that you need, or the three main components you need, for way less than half of that, for brand new that's going to be better than a wore out piece of shit. Right below that, exceptional original Atlas Craftsman 618 tailstock ram lock nut handle. That's a small lock nut handle. He wants $50 and $6.50 shipping. No, it's worth $20. Right below it, nice original Atlas Craftsman 6-inch 618 lathe tool post tailstock wrench M6-115. He wants $37.95 and $6.50 shipping. I said before, these wrenches were $10. that's all a wrench is worth is 10 bucks and about $5 to ship it, 5 or 6 bucks to ship it. No, it's not worth 37 bucks. So beyond that, we're back down. Well, we're not quite back down. There's some Nimrod here trying to sell a Atlas reverse gearbox assembly 10-inch 927X, great shape with exclamation points. 350 bucks your best offer. No, it's worth 125 bucks. You dumbasses. I mean, we're way beyond smoke and dope. This is just stupidity. So do not buy this crap from these people. This is foolish. You know, and beyond that, we're back down into stuff we've already looked at. So this has been my rant probably for the week, because these people are way beyond sane. So I really hope that we can destroy the market to where it's not profitable for them to be destroying history. So anyway, that's my rant. Hopefully you find something useful here. Hopefully you can adapt this to your purchasing off of Fleabay here. Now, as a side note, before I sign this off, the index centers that I looked at yesterday, and we put yesterday or the day before, and we released that video, I see that's been bid up to, when I looked a few minutes ago, it was $610, I think, or something. You know, a brand new cast iron reproduction, I would predict should cost less than that. You know, I see no reason why that feeding frenzy goes on. You know, I understand you don't see them very often. They're a somewhat useful accessory, but they're not $610 worth of useful. You are much better off to go and buy a small rotary head, and you'll have something much more useful and much more functional in your shop. Anyway, that's my rant. Comments, suggestions, leave them in the comment section for me below. And as always, guys, thanks for taking the time to watch.